Let's talk about the Orville Shadow Realms. Hey, this is Tom's Tech Show, and I've loved the first season of the Orville was I'm all sweaty and hot and everything. I've been outside. We have a pond, and pond gets stuff growing all around the side of it, and I had to go out and use the hedger thing to clear out some of the brush and everything out on the side of the pond. So it's hot because it's Florida and it's hot and humid and everything else. But back to the Orville. So the first season, I thought, of course, was definitely kicking way over the top on the humor. I guess that's what Seth MacFarlane kind of comes from, and what he, his background and everything, and a lot of comedy. And season two played in very well, really good, good storylines, heartfelt storylines, great action stories. The Identity Part 1 and Part 2 was just amazing. And now we've had the first episode, which was really touching hard on suicide and heavy subjects like that. And then now we're doing the this last one, which was Shadow Realms, which was one of Captain's friends comes on board, and they head off and they find this strange like space station or something floating out there, and that causes a change. We've seen this in Next Generation before, where organisms get in the ship and it changes the crew. Here he is, he's got his face is starting to change, his DNA is being rewritten, and stuff by this biological thing. And it got to be where there's a picture of the creature here, and then the face of the creature here. So they're going heavy into they've got extra money, they've got extra time to do a lot of these heavy makeup things, and it got a little crazy that now the whole ship is being taken over by these things. And in the end, I'm sure you've seen it already, in the end it ends up that the creatures just go and take the crew. I mean, Next Generation would be, we gotta find a way to redo everybody, reconstitute everybody, bring everybody back and stuff, everything normal. Where this one was just all of you go, and you're taking the Orville crew members and running off and leaving off with them. So it seems there's some real consequences this season. So that's one thing that's kind of different from some of the other seasons. I mean, granted, in Identity, people were being knocked off right and left and stuff, but still they're proceeding forward with that kind of thing. So I don't know that it was good. I mean, it was good science fiction, right? I mean, odd things are strange things are happening. We have to figure out what it is. This is in space. We're trying to do exploration, and exploration comes with consequences. So I think that's a lot of what it was, and letting you had to let go of these old friends and everything else. The next one is called Mortality Paradox. So again, we're dealing with, I guess, someone else is going to die. So maybe this season is going to be somebody dies in every episode. So I don't know if that's going to be true, but we got a couple days before that. But I don't know. What did you think of this episode, the Shadow Realms? Definitely had some hints of Next Generation, right? With the crew, parts of the crew being taken over, finding something new and unexpected. I guess maybe they'll learn that next time when you go onto a ship that you don't know anything about, that you wear the spacesuits first until you go and research everything, right? I mean, I thought that was kind of weird that you just, okay, we'll just run over there, and then it causes this, this phenomena, this thing to take over part of the crew. So, yeah, and definitely the longer episodes are giving you more space shots, more things. I mean, the interior of the alien base, alien ship, space station kind of thing out there was just amazing. I mean, we know it does seem they've got a lot more money to do what they want and really go overboard and really do, special effects right. I mean, they built that from images I've seen, on Twitter that they've been posting, that they've built a lot of that stuff that it wasn't green screen. So that, that's just amazing, taking all that time to do all that. Just amazing. And most of the episodes, like this episode, was an hour and 5 minutes. The first episode was an hour and 10 minutes. And we're going to come to, we don't know how much mortality paradox is. So mortality being in a paradox is, something that, like you going back and killing your parents, right? You can't, going back in time, killing your parents, you can't do that, because if you go back and kill your parents before you were born, then you're not alive to go back and kill your parents. So, we'll see how they do that and what they do with that. And the comedy is still there. There's still some jokes interspersed in everything. So, that's maybe, I think they've gone a little bit far. Maybe the comedy can come back a little bit and have a little bit more fun. I'm hoping that one of these episodes during the season is just going to be a completely fun episode. You need one of those. I mean, after the mortality paradox, I think the next episode should be some, gently falling rain is the next episode. So maybe that's going to be, your episode that's a little bit lighter, right? I mean, because you have to have this first, you start with some good episodes, and then you have some, lighter episodes, and then you have to build to the end of the season, which is going to have to be, explosively amazing. It's got to have to be like Identity, part 1 and 2, which I'm sure they're going to do something. I mean, they still have the Kalon out there coming after them and stuff from time to time. So I'm sure that that's going to be in there. At some point, they're going to have another big Kalon battle or something, and we'll see how that turns out. But should be, now that they have more time and basically more money and be able to do things bigger and better and everything. I mean, I don't know how you can add and go any further and higher, in special effects and everything than Identity was. That was just amazing, like movie level, like blockbuster movie level type stuff. So now we've got more ability to do more effects and more things and everything else. And yeah, just looking forward towards, the end of the season when they finally get something big, huge, like the crescendo at the end of everything. And hopefully we're getting, it's getting enough viewers and everything else that even being buried into Hulu, right? That you have to be a member of Hulu there to be able to watch it. I'm hoping that it's going to get enough views, enough, people subscribing to Hulu and doing the things to get them to do a 4th season, which I heard that Seth MacFarlane is definitely up for doing. So that would be amazing. But we'll see. This episode was definitely a little bit of, I guess it would be dark, right? I mean, that's the one thing that we're watching, slowly going through Stranger Things. Instead of binging it all, we're going, an episode every other night or whatever. That it started off dark. It just went, straight on to, we're just getting into, dark creatures and dark everything. And that's kind of how this season has started. It started off with suicide stuff, and now with creatures that take over and turn off the power of the ship and all that, and make everything, live in the dark, like, horror film kind of things and stuff. So I don't know. Hopefully that doesn't stay. Hopefully the next episode will be a little bit brighter, and be able to, although being called Mortality, who knows where we're going with that. But yeah. And it's written by Seth MacFarlane, so we'll see. I think most of these have been written by him. Yeah, Seth MacFarlane, Brian Braga. And the first one was Seth MacFarlane. So definitely coming out of his mind. I don't know if maybe he's got mental problems. I don't know, but definitely not. So, what do you think? Are we headed the right direction on Orville? Are we? I don't know. Do we need a light episode now? I think we do. So hopefully they can get that for us, and we'll have some fun. I mean, the first one with all the craziness of leaving Space Dock was kind of fun, but it turned really bad really fast. So hopefully the rest of them are good. I do like the longer episodes. I do like more content, more time to build storyline, and not to just fill it with special effects. I mean, some of the shots of the ships and stuff going places and stuff, I've noticed that they are longer. Leaving space dock and establishing where you are in scenes and stuff for where the ship is in space and things like that. Some of those have definitely been longer, but I want more story and not just special effects. I know the special effects people are like, "Oh, we can do so much," but yeah, let's be calm. The special effects are amazing, but we need story. And that's what I think Next Generation, I think, really taught me about what Gene Roddenberry was trying to do in his shows. It's just personal relationships and human, human frailty, right? Human things that break down. That even in the future, you still have jealousy, you still have anger, revenge, all of those different core basic emotions that we have. Maybe we have learned to control them and suppress them better, the bad ones that come out, and be able to do that. But sometimes there are people who just can't do that, and that's what makes the story about what they did. They had one the last season where Gordon's friend came and he was trying to kill the other people because he was in the prison or whatever, and it really turned him bad into this revenge thing. Well, that's that core of human existence that helps to make story. Your drive, your motivation to do something, and then how do you understand that, and how we can try and deal with that and be able to bring people back into reality and good graces and everything else, and more poignant today, with after everybody being locked down for so long, and depression running rampant, and everything else. We need to bring people back out into the open, get them back into society, and moving around. We're in Florida, so we're out and about doing things. We have concerts we've been to. We're doing everything, and that helps. Psyche, right? That helps you to be able to be interacting and seeing people and getting out and all that stuff. So it's been great being here in Florida. Almost a year. We've been here pretty close to a year. Actually, I think 2 days from now it'll be a year. Wow, crazy. All right, what do you think? Are we going the right direction there, Orville? Are we not? Let me know in the comments down below. Like, share, subscribe to this channel. I just posted another video about putting my old PC back together. This, yellow kind of thing back here. I rebuilt it, painted it, all nice and new. So you can watch that. Thanks very much for subscribing. I'm closing in on 2,000 subscribers. Just been amazing. Thank you everybody for subscribing, and I will talk to you later. Take care.